Welcome to Wayne County Now. I'm Dustin Fuller with this check of news. A reminder, local news, weather, and sports are available anytime by visiting us at mywaynecountynow.com. Last Friday, federal, state, and county law enforcement arrested Aaron C. Webb, 37, of rural Fairfield, on multiple charges including aggravated domestic battery, and domestic battery. According to a previous release from the Wayne County Sheriff's Department, Webb was also on parole from the Indiana Department of Corrections at the time of his arrest. In open court, the state is accusing Webb of aggravated domestic battery based on strangulation of a family member, aggravated battery for another incident, and domestic battery for slapping a family member in the face. Webb was appointed public defender Heidi Hoffey to serve as his attorney. Webb, in open court, had an initial concern of conflict of interest, claiming that Hoffey defended one of the victims in the alleged incidents in the past. The court and attorney Hoffey did not see any conflicts of interest in the incident. After a recess, it was learned that Webb was eligible for habitual offender status, meaning that he could spend 30 to 60 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections if found guilty. Judge Denton Odd denied pretrial release for Webb, and he was remanded to the Wayne County Jail. Webb will also have to go to Indiana to face the Indiana Department of Corrections parole violation warrant. Webb is scheduled to be back in Wayne County Court July 9th at 11:30 in the morning. Over the weekend, Terry J. Hicksonbaugh of Fairfield was arrested by Fairfield police on a warrant for failure to appear on an aggravated battery charge. It was learned in Wayne County Court on Tuesday that the state filed a petition to revoke pretrial release for Hicksonbaugh. The petition was filed based on an incident where Hicksonbaugh was charged with harassment after allegedly calling an individual that he was to not have contact with over 300 times earlier in April. Hicksonbaugh's attorney Heidi Hoffey and Wayne County State's attorney Kyle Ellis made their arguments in front of Judge Denton Odd. Heidi Hoffey argued that Hicksonbaugh did not violate his tightened conditions of pretrial release since the court placed him on GPS monitor. Officials with pretrial services confirmed that in open court. Judge Odd in court told Hicksonbaugh that the only reason he's denying the state's motion to revoke pretrial release was because he has been compliant since being out on a GPS monitor. Assistant State's Attorney Kyle Ellis in open court argued that the state filed the motion based on getting information about the harassment arrest that happened before tightening of conditions of Hicksonbaugh's pretrial release after the hearing. Ellis argued before the court that Hicksonbaugh had several open cases in Wayne County, including cases of battery and harassment. Hicksonbaugh is scheduled to be back in Wayne County Court in June. We have a traffic note passed along for tomorrow morning, including County Road Highway 7 in the area west of Jeff. County Road Highway 7 west of Jeff between US 45 and County Road 1400 East will be closed tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. until noon. That closure is for shoulder and ditch work. Officials ask that you seek an alternative route during the upcoming road work. The Fairfield Public School District held a special meeting last week at the Border Mid-Center Street School. At the meeting, the motion was approved for a 3-year SRO agreement with the City of Fairfield Police Department. The agreement is now going before the City of Fairfield Council and will be voted on at this evening's Fairfield City Council meeting. That meeting starts at 6. Fairfield City Council, as mentioned, will be holding their second monthly session tonight at 6 at City Hall. Prior to that meeting, a public hearing is set for 5:50 p.m. on the sale of municipality-owned real estate. On the agenda, the board will look to authorize the sale of real property owned by the city, look to authorize raises for part-time airport employees, and pass an ordinance to place a right-turn-only sign at Southwest 3rd in Delaware. Finally, the board will work with the Fairfield Public School District to employ a school resource officer. The dog park at the Wayne County Humane Society is now open. Dog park is open from 1:30 in the afternoon until 30 minutes before dark, 7 days a week. Officials at the Humane Society ask that you check in the office first during normal business hours between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Officials say the dog park is for use at your own risk. They also say the animals must be up to date on rabies and parvo shots. Illinois State Police arrested a McLeansboro man following a traffic incident late Friday. At 11:20 p.m., Illinois State Police arrested 35-year-old Johnny E. Green and took him into custody. Green faces counts of aggravated DUI. He was booked into the Wayne County Jail. Fairfield City Police arrested a Fairfield woman following a call of domestic disturbance in the 900 block of Epworth. At 3:57 p.m. on Monday, police took 53-year-old Tanya L. Brinkley into custody. Brinkley faces a count of domestic battery. She was booked into the Wayne County Jail. We'll take a look at the weather forecast coming up in just a few moments. This is Wayne County Now.
No time to run to the bank? No problem. People's National Bank makes banking easy and convenient with PNB To Go mobile banking. PNB To Go allows you to deposit checks, pay bills, transfer money between accounts, view your statements, turn your debit card off and on, and much more, all on your smartphone. It truly is banking at your fingertips with PNB To Go mobile banking. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
When you need concrete or masonry work, New Gen Concrete is your go-to in Wayne County and the surrounding area. They can help you finish that concrete project with anything from flat work, stairs and stem walls to decorative stamping and masonry resurfacing. New Gen Concrete, set in stone on Williamson Drive in Fairfield. Call 618-516-5002 or email them at newgenconcretellc@yahoo.com to get on the schedule today.
Time now to take a look at the weather forecast. Absolutely beautiful weather for the next several days, as really it's going to be quiet out there. It's going to be very quiet out there. If you are looking for severe weather, you're not going to find it for quite a few days in our area, as the worst of the weather was Sunday for us, just north of us in the Wayne County area and just to the south as well. Calling for mostly clear skies tonight. Great night for stargazing. 55 the low. Sunshine Wednesday. High is 75. Wednesday evening mostly clear. The low 53. Sunshine Thursday. 77 your high. Thursday evening mostly clear. The low 53. Mostly sunny on Friday. A high of 77. Very late Friday into Saturday. There is a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Mostly cloudy. Low of 57. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, showers, thunderstorms in the forecast. Highs in the low to mid-80s with lows in the mid-60s. And that has been a look at your weather forecast. We'll take a look at obituaries coming up in just a few moments. This is Wayne County Now. If you're looking for supplies for memorial decorations or a memorial piece, look no further than Everlasting Florals, formerly Leg Manufacturing, at 900 West Delaware in Fairfield. Owners Chad and Melissa Musgrave offer a full line of wholesale and retail floral supplies, silk flowers for every season, and even manufacture a variety of items in-house, from wire and aluminum saddles to cemetery can holders, shepherd's hooks, and flag holders. Everlasting Florals, making the world more colorful, one stem at a time.
The loss of a loved one can leave you with a lot of unanswered questions, feelings of stress and anxiety, and grief. The experienced funeral directors at Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home in Fairfield can help guide you through all aspects of the funeral process to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. Call them at 618-842-6006. The Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home, 106 Northeast 4th Street in Fairfield, serving the Wayne County area with compassion, dignity, and respect.
Local and area obituaries on Wayne County Now, presented by the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home, 106 Northeast 4th Street in Fairfield, and by Everlasting Florals, 900 East Delaware in Fairfield. A reminder, obituaries can be found anytime by visiting us at mywaynecountynow.com. 83-year-old Kenneth Ray McGill of Fairfield passed away 2:50 p.m. on Wednesday, May 22nd at Ascension St. Vincent Hospital in Evansville. He worked at Moreland Distributing for his brother-in-law, Harry Moreland, distributing milk throughout the area. Kenneth was born in Fairfield on March 17th of 1941 to the Reverend Ralph and Tressie Camfield McGill. Kenneth is survived by his daughter, Roxana, and Rennie Crow of Mount Carmel, sons Ray and wife Lisa McGill, Mount Vernon, Walter and wife Karen McGill of Topeka, Kansas, Eugene Tubby McGill of Fairfield, and Henry and wife Dixie McGill of Fairfield. 18 grandchildren, 17 great-grandchildren also survive, as well as sisters Geraldine Johnston of Fairfield, Louise Moreland of Fairfield, Ellen Moreland of Effingham, Roberta and husband Ron Mills of Fairfield, and Anita Harrison of Fairfield. Brothers Eugene McGill of Katy, Texas, and Gary McGill of Fairfield also survive. They also survive, as well as several nieces and nephews. Kenneth was preceded to death by his parents, wife Maudie McGill, sister Maxine Barbary, and brother James McGill. Funeral services for 83-year-old Kenneth Ray McGill will be at 1 p.m. tomorrow at the Holiness Rescue Mission in Fairfield. Burial will be in Buckeye Cemetery. Visitation will be from 11 a.m. until service time at the Holiness Rescue Mission. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to help with funeral expenses. They'll be accepted at the service and at Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home. Teresa Ann Kaiser, 67, passed away on May 22nd, surrounded by family after a hard-fought battle with liver cancer. She was born February 16th of 1957 in Wayne County and married Sam Kaiser on December 18th of 1976. Teresa's immediate survivors include husband Sam, daughter Heidi and husband Jamie Hodges, son Ryan and wife Michelle Kaiser, and 4 grandchildren, Hayden and Hillary Hodges, and Harv and Ryan Kaiser. She also leaves behind her mother, mother-in-law, brothers, brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law, several nieces and nephews, and many friends who knew her best as Nana. Teresa will be cremated and a visitation will be held on Tuesday, tonight, going on until 7 at the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home in Fairfield. Funeral service is set for 10 tomorrow morning at the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home, followed immediately by a lunch and celebration of life at the home of Ryan and Michelle Kaiser. In lieu of flowers, the family asks that you donate to Cancer Care Specialists of Illinois for their Fairfield clinic. Donations will be accepted at the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home. 81-year-old Dolly Jean Thomason passed away at 1:15 a.m. on Tuesday at Meadowbrook Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation in Grayville. Dolly was born in Detroit, Michigan on June 17th of 1942 to Charles Jerd and Catherine Kate Klobuchar Butler. She was a member of the Northside Baptist Church in Fairfield. Dolly worked for several years at the Fairfield Sewing Factory and later at Airtex, where she retired. Dolly survived by a son, Kent, and wife Lisa Thomason of Fairfield, daughter Robin, and husband Jesse Thornton of Marion, Kentucky. 4 grandchildren, Shaylee Thomason of St. Louis, Missouri, Carver Thomason of Fairfield, Tara Beck of Fairfield, and Shelby West of Albion. 2 great-grandchildren, Keegan Smith of Fairfield and Vivian West of Albion. 2 sisters, Betty and husband Jim Beeson of Jeff, and Frances Musgrave of Grayville. Dolly was preceded in death by her parents, son Brent Thomason and brother Bobby Butler, as well as half-sister Pat Astonborski and half-brother Charles Bud Butler. Per Dolly's wishes, she was cremated. A graveside memorial service is set for Friday at Maple Hill Cemetery. Friends and family are asked to go directly to the cemetery. Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home of Fairfield assisting the family with arrangements. Community calendar notes coming up next. This is Wayne County Now.
Dive into summer with the latest styles at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield. From top to bottom, Carnaby Square has everything you need to embrace the season in style with brands like Charlie B, Multiples, Jess & Jane, Lucky Bird, and Tribal in sizes from small to extra, extra large. Plus, Carnaby Square carries the largest selection of Brighton purses, jewelry, and accessories around. Carnaby Square, the fashion leader in Southern Illinois, located at 115 East Main Street in Fairfield, making you look great since 1980.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Time now for a look at community calendar notes from Wayne County Now. The Fairfield City Fire Department and Marshall are putting on a pork burger and pork chop sandwich sale at the parking lot of Fairfield National Bank on Saturday, June 1st from 11 a.m. until they are out of pork burgers and pork chops. All the proceeds will go towards the recently purchased Children's Fire Safety House for repairs. The safety house will be brought to the area schools to help teach children on what to do if a fire is to ever occur in their home. You're invited to bring your family on the first and let the kids take a tour through the safety house, get their picture taken as well with Marshall and the fire truck. Another event that is going on this upcoming weekend, on Sunday, the Journey Church at 900 Leininger Road will be hosting an outdoor movie night. It will begin at 7:30 p.m. The movie will be Narnia. You're invited to bring snacks and a comfortable seat, and you're also, they will be having popcorn and drinks available at the outdoor movie night Sunday at the Journey Church in Fairfield on Leininger Road. Again, the movie is Narnia. If you have a community calendar note you want to send to us, you could do that. You can email it to news@mywaynecountynow.com. You can send it to us through Facebook. You can text it over to us at 618-737-9996, or you can also send it through our website through the submission area of mywaynecountynow.com. We'll take a look at sports in just a moment.
Whatever your project might be, Gibbs Excavating and Land Management, LLC, has the right tool and the expertise to get the job done right. The crew at Gibbs Excavating and Land Management can handle any job from stump grinding or forestry mulching, driveway repair, concrete demo and rock work to dirt and auger work, trenching, and even garden tilling. Call 618-516-1462 or email Austin at austingibbs70@yahoo.com to schedule your free estimate today.
Time now for a look at sports. Black Diamond Conference released their all-conference teams for baseball and softball on Tuesday afternoon. Fairfield's Landon Harrelson and Dylan Fleener have made all-conference for baseball, while Mabry Ellis, Caden Wells, and Reagan Wells made all-conference for softball. MVP for baseball was Jack Schnepper from Edwards County, and for softball, it was Carmi's Audrey Upton. Captains for baseball were Carmi's Caleb Selvers, and Kaylee Brake was named captain for softball. Brake is from Hamilton County. Taking a look now at the Major League Baseball schedule. Major League Baseball games going on, a doubleheader that is going on today. That double dip features the LA Dodgers and the New York Mets at Citi Field. And games going on tonight, Boston is at Baltimore. Pittsburgh at Detroit. St. Louis at Cincinnati. By the way, Cardinals and Reds are set for a 5:40 start. You can catch that on 105.9 FM, WOKZ. Oakland is at Tampa Bay. Washington at Atlanta. Kansas City at Minnesota. Toronto's at the Chicago White Sox. The Cubs are visiting Milwaukee. Arizona's at Texas. Cleveland at Colorado. New York Yankees are at the LA Angels. Houston's at Seattle. Miami at San Diego, Philadelphia at San Francisco. Taking a look at the NBA Western Conference Finals, Game 4 tonight between Dallas and Minnesota. It's a commanding 3-0 lead for the Mavericks this evening, 7:30 the tip. You can watch that game on TNT. NHL playoffs continue this evening, as tonight it is Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the New York Rangers and the Florida Panthers. Rangers hold a 2-1 lead in that series. That is a tip this evening, or a puck drop this evening at 7. Taking a look now at the WNBA. Action in the WNBA features the Phoenix Mercury taking on the Connecticut Suns as a 6 o'clock tip this evening. Also at 6, the LA Sparks are at the Indiana Fever. At 7 this evening, Chicago Sky hosts the Seattle Storm. That is in the WNBA. For the latest local news, weather, and sports anytime, visit mywaynecountynow.com. I'll have another news podcast for you tomorrow morning on Wayne County Now, Until then, I'm Dustin Fuller saying thanks for joining us and have a good rest of your Tuesday.